left of this. So as we talk about the themes, we've talked about the mountain, this journey that we're going to go through together is, the 5 stages, which is, the mountain that you just saw here. But then what are the 5 skills that you need to work on in order to achieve the path forward, right? So I call it the 5x5 matrix. And one of the first things is really clarifying your goals. What do you, and you do that only by articulating it. And one of the first things, and I know you're very familiar with this, Mike, which is, completing the Wheel of Life self-assessment. So we will do that, right? And I actually have now codified in a spreadsheet, but it really shows, what we talked about earlier, right? When your Wheel of Life is balanced, and the reason why they call it Wheel of Life, as you well know, Mike, is that if it's not balanced because it's jagged, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. It's not gonna be a fun ride, right? But when it starts to get balanced, then the ride is good. So when I talk about earlier about manifesting, and that's what I want to bottle here, is how do we help others manifest whatever it is that they want to achieve? It only comes as a result of your life being balanced, your Wheel of Life being balanced, right? Of course, actions, we talked about here, what are the challenges? So, completing a plan, the expression, right? You either plan to fail or you fail to plan. And I know it's an adage that we've all heard it a million times, but it's true though. It's true.
Yeah. It goes back to those simple habits I was saying earlier. You top 3 priorities for the week. What's your number 1 thing for each day? And there's different variations of it, but the point is, there's a reason why gyms are full in January and empty in February.
Absolutely.
Right, because you plan, you have the New Year's resolution, and a couple weeks go in, but the real people that are going to stick with their goals are there in February.
Yeah.
Right. And that's really the point. It's what's that plan, the consistent action with what you're doing. And I love strategy. So the second thing on this list here is to strategize your actions. I love strategy. Is to really kind of help you strategize, figure out what the goals are, but what's the strategy that you're going to use to achieve it? And that's what we're here to support you on. So that's one of my passion topics. So I really hope to kind of get into that one.
Okay.
Yes, but I'm not going to necessarily walk through all of the cells.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do we don't want to do everything, but the 5 skills are clarify your goals, strategize your actions, upgrade your habits. So we're going to get into some of the habits that we're going to get into. Master the mindset, huge aspect of it. And then expanding your influence, right? That idea of the value aspect. So you can kind of see, and there's boxes with each one. And as you kind of see how the progression, what we're just trying to show there's a logical progression in each of the 5 skills as you move up the mountain.